Georgia in Sanford Stadium, home of the Georgia Bulldogs. As we'll see a squad from the Big 12, the BYU Cougars, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Georgia Bulldogs. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. BYU ready to put a foot to it and get this game going. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Georgia's offense will be first on the attack.
Yo, you still here, Dane?
From the shotgun, they'll run it. Oh, he's got some space. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. They are letting the big dogs eat on the ground.
Pound, pound, pound. The dog pound. Run the football. Be physical. You can go back when Vince Dooley won a championship. Herschel Walker. You go all through the names. So many great running backs that run with an edge that are dogs.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. They're dealing with a second and long. The play action fake.
That was the stupidest fucking play call I've had.
Back in the 36.
When it's a play action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Might be looking to run.
Don't call a holding call, even though that dude just bumped my tight end. Told you.
He stepped out of bounds after a huge play.
I've seen that animation way too many times.
There are penalties you sort of forget about, and others that sort of stick with you for a while. You get a play like that wiped out, that one's going to linger. They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on third and long. Looking deep. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. Georgia sends out the punt team. Looks as if they might have a little something going there, but they'll have to kick it away. So BYU's offense has its first opportunity of the day. And this might be a real challenge for this quarterback because that corner, David, can take away an entire half of the field.
Yeah, and that's the bright part of this defense. Like you know out wide exactly what you're getting week in and week out, and it is top flight. Like one of the best in the country at your spot. So interested to see how this passing attack works while avoiding that guy, because I'm not going after him, Palmer.
Well, I don't think this quarterback has seen a secondary built like this. He definitely hasn't seen a corner with this guy's ability. And so if he is going to try him, he better have really good timing. He better be very accurate. He better not be late throwing out-breaking routes because this dude will pick him off and take it to the house.
Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into fourth down. Hunt is on its way. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They have breaks into the open. Inside the 30. He's at the touchdown, Dogs! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the second level. Great vision, and then David shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels. The racing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
And the offense out of the field to go back to work. They go to the ground. He's in open space downfield. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 for the first down. BYU lines up quickly.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. The dogs are barking and growling and trying to hold him here on third down. He's looking downfield to throw. Intercepted, the defense has set him up. Touchdown, Bulldogs! This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
And the defense sets the tone early in this football game. We're still in the first quarter, and this is looking like they're putting a complete game together. Offense scoring, defense scoring. Palmer, they're up 2 touchdowns already.
Yeah, you got to give this coaching staff credit. They have their guys ready to go, and this is what you call firing on all cylinders early in the game.
The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing.
There he goes. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37. They really got things moving on this drive. Second play of the drive comes from the 37. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never...
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. And the Dogs with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And he makes the grab and gets the foot down. What a job for a huge gain there. They made the defense pay with that last big chunk of yardage. Now first and 10 from the 30. Snagged out of the air.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
Scrambling away. Might have led him a little too far. He's able to make the catch, but can't get the feet down in bounds. They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this third and long. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. Hauls it in, the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Georgia going back to work with another first down. They'll leave it with him. Breaks the tackle. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Leaves it with the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Georgia comes quickly to the line. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Unloads to the wideout. Touchdown, Georgia! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21.
This guy's been an absolute force in this offense early this season, guys. We're only in the 3rd game. He's already got 3 touchdown catches. Talk about a matchup nightmare for opposing defenses.
They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line. The Cougars now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best.
He's got it on the outside. He's running free down the middle. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Cougar!
I like it. You're backed up towards the end zone, and you go aggressive and spin the football. Try to make the big play, and do they ever. 90-plus yards to the house. Who needs space? I'll take 6.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Fielded in the end zone, it's Perkins. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter, and they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. Now, the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. First play of the period, first down here. The give from the gun. Shakes off the defender.
The defense is able to finally stop this guy, but he has been on fire. We're only in the second quarter, and he has been absolutely lighting it up in this one. Nice job that time, defense, but you know this guy's going to get a lot more carries.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Sends it back in motion. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Flips it out to the back. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. And the Bulldogs line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Steps away. He'll try to do it himself. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds right around the 34-yard line, and now they've got a little something brewing. The Bulldogs will line it up on 1st and 10. Unloads to the right. He makes a catch. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Pressure coming. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself? It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage helping out on that receiver. Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. They're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
Perhaps emboldened by converting a 4th down earlier in the game, they'll try a 2nd time. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Complete out of the backfield. Will not get there. A 4th down stop. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35. The Cougars have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. They'll run play action. Under fire. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be 4th down. The kick is on its way. do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. From the gun, he leaves it with the back.
And that's another productive run. This offense has had a bunch of them today, and the running back, I think this lead was built on this guy. He's done a great job all game long, setting the tone, and I think that's why this offense has been successful.
A productive play is one that gets you at least halfway to another first down here on 1st and 10. On a little time, lets it go. On target.
You see it so much in college football with a motion of running back out of the backfield. What are they looking for? Man coverage. Are you trying to cover my running back with one of your linebackers? If you are, I'm going to take advantage. I love taking advantage of the mismatch with your running back out in space. Keep doing that.
The Dogs are moving quickly down the field. Bringing the heat. Using his feet to buy time. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. He's going to take off. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run. Got quite a ways to go to keep this drive going. It's 3rd down from the 45. Makes the grab. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. Let's see what they dial up on this 4th down. Remember, they're 1 for 2 so far in this one. Big tight end makes the grab. 1st down, still on his feet. And he's brought down after a nice gain. With the 1st down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Looking to throw on 1st down. Rushes on him. Stands in and takes the hit. Touchdown, Dogs! They won it all, and that is exactly what they got.
That is tremendous toughness there by the quarterback because he knew he was going to get drilled. He hung tough in the pocket and delivered a strike for the touchdown.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Snagged in the middle. It's back. Oh, did you like that stiff arm? Get a face full of that as he gets it up to the 34. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They're working that left side. The offense will quickly use a timeout. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot, the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield. You saw that right there.
Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. BYU right back to the line. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Caught over the middle. It's Beck. They pick up the 1st down. They'll mark him at the 34. Got to be expeditious here. And the Cougars come to the line with a new set of downs. To the air on 1st down. Grabs the screen around all kinds of defenders. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Running out of time here in the 1st half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the 1st half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the 2nd half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. That cuts the lead down to 28-10. So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. One more snap coming before halftime. Quarterback making checks. Off the play fake on first down. He throws one to the left. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the call. That pass interference call will give us one more untimed down in the half. Wants to throw on first down. Oh, they're after him. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, looks like we've had a compelling start to things there in Athens.
Ready to get things going here in the second half as Georgia about to kick it away. He'll bring it out. It's ball. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. The Cougars trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play.
And I love playing man coverage on the back end, getting those receivers' faces.
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. If there's ever been a position group that sort of identifies with the team's mascot, it would be the bulldog mentality of this Georgia front.
Those hunkering down dogs up front, they got to hunker down and stop the run and be physical, and then guess what? It gets into passing.
And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack. Looks as if BYU will have to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Looking downfield on first down. Dumps it to the back. Gets open down the middle. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're
got it inside the 10. Touchdown Bulldogs. And the pummeling has started.
And it's now the second time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
And the extra point is good. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Tripped up at the 25 after picking up 4. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Right back to the well. Turning it on. Powers through. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. The Cougars, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. That's caught. It's Penny. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. New set of downs after the completion. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Fires left. Got his man downfield. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quick.
Makes the grab on the right. And they will score. Touchdown, BYU. Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step one. You got to get that first score. You got to get back in the ball game and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do, but step one accomplished.
Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They still have a cushion, but you don't want to feed that hope with unproductive drives. Right on the money. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. And the Dogs want to move quickly.
To be honest, I think the quarterback was a little bit surprised himself at the...
Lets it fly. Touchdown, Georgia. And the beatdown has ensued. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being caught. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
We'll see the offense make its way onto the field here, hoping for a successful drive. The give to the back. Oh, better look out!
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Trying play action. Fires to the right. Makes a connection. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. Would they go for a big play on 1st and 10? Looking to throw on 1st down. Here's a hit. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. And the Cougars with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to pass. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
This offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now in this drive. Sack 1st down, just thrown an incompletion. So 3rd in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it.
Oh, he's got some space. They'll stop him short of the 1st down, and the screen didn't quite convert. BYU will bring the punt team on the field. They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now has taken out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place, and that time they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
We've seen this offense click and hum, and it's not clicking, and something's a little bit off, and I like the deep shot down the field. At least it wasn't an interception, but they got to find a way in this O to manufacture some 1st downs and some passing yards, because everything's been difficult today.
Can't make the play on the interception, and man, they were looking for their first pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 4th down. That's usually prime return position, but he'll make the fair catch just outside the 40. So the first play of the drive will come from the 43. First play of the drive wants to throw. Caught behind the line. It's Cruz. Getting closer and closer to midfield. Out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 47. Now on 2nd down. The give out of the gun. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the 2nd half.
After swapping ends of the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. Here's the pressure. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And make the catch, and the defense will force the turnover on downs. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Got it in the middle, it's Davis. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. Gonna take a shot on second and short. Plucks it out of the air. Makes the tackle at the 23-yard line. Give him 10 yards and enough for the first down.
Well, he has been the go-to guy all game long. He has been lighting up the scoreboard. This defense cannot cover him.
Georgia going up tempo. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Gonna look downfield again. Moves around to clear up the vision. Into the end zone. And it's incomplete as he was trying to finish the drive with a score. Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. He's got it on the run. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. Unloads quickly. Touchdown, Dogs! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get concerned, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. And the defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you got to come back out here and take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute with some points on the board.
Breaks into the open. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Pocket breaking down. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. The Cougars now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Second down, they'll go to the air. And some room to work. And tackled there by the defense.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down. No signs of any kind of kicker as they'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on fourth down. The Cougars are on the move. He'll pull it on the read. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll run it from the gun. I'm sorry, you're unlikely to win today, but here's a fabulous parting gift, a late touchdown. The result of this game is going to sting for sure, but you've got to continue to build, you've got to improve, and you can take some positives out of this late hustle and build for next week.
There's always positives, and coaches are always looking for those things that we did well. What did we do well so we can do more of it in the future? Finding some things here late that they did well.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it in play at the 25. Off play action on first down. Finds his tight end. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. Georgia comes quickly to the line.
Coming into this one, I thought this guy was going to be a monster. He was going to put up huge numbers. We know this is a big part of the offense week in, week out. The defense has done a great job clamping down on him. That is only his second catch so far in this game.
The offense changing the play. Wants to throw on third down. Unloads it left. Picked it off, and this defense really needed something to go right. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. This offense has it with really good field position. Wants to go up top on first down. He lofts it high and deep down the left side.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing.
And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. He'll finally go out of bounds, but he was showing off all the skills after that interception. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Threw a pick the last time they had it. They'll try to be more productive this time around. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. We've reached a 2-minute timeout, and in all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. A sack now. Advantage D as the offense comes up on second down. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. On the run, deep down the right side. It's caught. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29. To the air on first down. Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
Well, what I love about this team early this year is it looks like they can fight through adversity. We started the year 2-0. This game looked like it was in the balance here in the fourth quarter. But after watching them answer with that last touchdown drive, that shows me they've got the mental toughness to potentially make a run this year.
They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. On the ground, it's Cruz. It continues to be a long day as they are just swarming every time he gets the ball. Back to pass on second down. Fires to the wideout. On target over the middle. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Last completion moves the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Wants to throw on first down. Oh, they had the screen all set up on first down, and he couldn't make the catch. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. A little screen to the running back. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Timeout called by the defense, 29 seconds to go. On third down, he drops to throw. Takes a hit as he fires. And it's picked off for the fourth time today. That's the way this defense wanted to wrap it up. Make a play themselves, finish off the game, and the offense can kneel it out from here. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Boy, they have delighted these home fans here by putting this game in a hammerlock, David. He tries to take the top off. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete. Working find the sticks on second down.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and downs. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great...
Got it in stride inside the 20. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8. They've got this defense reeling after that last play. Now it's 1st and 10 inside the 15. Using his legs to buy some time. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
One last incompletion, and that'll do it. Now this team has consecutive wins, and when you start expecting to find ways to win,